Yeah, they're going to have to go to the playoffs, and they have Dwight Howard, and then really that's it. They could play Ben Simmons in a small ball look. Maybe the addition of George Hill can find more switching, but I don't really see anything else except Dwight Howard at the 5 or Ben Simmons slash. I mean, I guess you could put Mike Scott and Tolliver at the 5, like theoretically, if you signed him to a longer contract. But again, these options are not inspiring at all, and they're going to have to sign them. They're going to have to do this with what they have. I think you mentioned this before, but I like this. There is a decent chance that Dwight Howard, who, despite his ridiculousness and his crazy goaltends, and he had a very funny backcourt violation last night. Despite his craziness, I think overall has been a positive backup center for this team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his numbers have been weighed down because they keep playing him with Ben, which just doesn't work. There is a chance that Dwight Howard becomes Montrezl Harrell 2.0 this year, where Doc continues to play him and then they don't have an answer. Look, our position on this is really clear. I think this is a major weak spot. I think it's something that they should have been able to upgrade better, and they didn't. So, again, it's only 10 minutes a game, but I am pretty concerned about how that's going to go.
It's a pretty big concern. The numbers are atrocious. I do think, when we get to the playoffs and you have a bunch of imperfect options, whether it's Mike Scott, maybe Tolliver if they end up signing him for the rest of the season, any other kind of small ball configuration, I do worry that Doc is going to lean on and turn back to the traditional center, the big, physical, strong, defensive-minded center in Dwight Howard. And I don't know how you're going to reconcile that. We brought up in the last podcast sort of like a small ball lineup when George Hill gets into the fold, and when you can put Simmons at center and Tobias Harris, and Danny Green, and Matisse Thybulle, and George Hill, and switch as much as you possibly can. I'm interested in seeing that. I would like to see Tolliver get a shot at some backup center minutes. If you're going to sign him to a 10-day, give him 10 days to play. You're chasing a 1 seed, and that's important, and pretty important for the Sixers. It would be great to be able to avoid one of those two.
So it comes down to if Dwight Howard is not playable in a certain matchup in a playoff series, I have no idea what this team is going to do.
Now,
what happens when Dwight can't play in
I think they're going to play him almost regardless. I think they're going to try to get 10 minutes per game out of Dwight, almost regardless of matchups. And I still think maybe find a way to go uber small with Simmons at the 5, even though that hasn't been perfect, but it's better than freaking Mike Scott. If you put Ben at the 5 and just go all wings and guards, I'd rather see that. But also, I'm a little worried about Doc being rigid with White, regardless of matchup or opponent. We'll see. It's not. This is where I think Daryl gets certainly some blame. This is not a perfect solution. And Dwight has been tremendous, 100%. It's never really been about Dwight whether or not he's capable. It's just there are going these Dwight. The matchup or Dwight's limitations, both offensively in terms of pairing him with Simmons, but also defensively, where there's just a lot more teams who are comfortable playing a 5-out in the playoffs. Dwight's deficiencies, I think, are going to be tougher to work around in a playoff series than they were in an 72 game regular season, where you're just trying to have consistent play every night. It'll be interesting.
There are a lot of teams that consider themselves contenders, semi-contenders, whatever, that have legitimate holes on their roster and legitimate weaknesses. The Sixers, one of their weaknesses going into this is I don't like their rotation seems inflexible to me in some ways, and I'm looking at going into the playoffs as if I'm another team, that's something I'm looking to exploit.